Good morning and welcome to everybody who is joining us today. We are so happy to have you guys. My name is Alexa, COO of BPM RIA. That is Broward, Palm Beach, Miami-Dade Real Estate Investors Association, your only local chapter here in South Florida that is partnered with the National RIA, the National Real Estate Investors Association. We have an awesome webinar for you guys today. With Francisco Mago, the owner and creator of RIAFAX. He's going to teach us a little bit more about mastering the art of finding motivated sellers. I'm really excited because he's a special person and he's very involved in everything we do here at BPM RIA. So you guys might want to go ahead and grab some notebooks, but keep your volume up so you can hear what announcements I have for you guys. So we have a very generous raffle today. If you're interested in winning, if you want a chance to win our raffle, all you have to do is text the word REIFAX, all one word, no spaces, to our raffle event line. This is 954-800-6961. I popped that in the chat for you guys. So good luck. Somebody in here is going to get paid for being here. You're going to win 2 free months of the Professional Dialer RIAFAX subscription. This is the one that our mentors use. This is the one that our students use. It's the top level. So you guys are getting hooked up today. And good luck. I'm wishing you all the best of luck. This is a really awesome one. And I went and popped that in the chat for you guys. And I'll pop it in again since we have more people coming in. And go run and enter in the raffle. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a minute here because we have a lot going on at this end of the month leading up to our quarterly meeting next week. So I'm gonna pop the link in the chat to our upcoming events on our website. This Saturday, this is not a mistake. Yes, we have 2 events this Saturday. They're completely different. And we know that this won't conflict with anyone that, is really trying to be, especially at Antonio's. This is short-term rental workshop for you guys from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Zoom. We have member and non-member pricing, and this is going to be for those that have a property, are looking for a property, are wanting to start short-term rental business. This is going to be a very intense workshop. You are going to get a lot of information, all the information you need to start an Airbnb business. So this is going to be with Antonio Lopez, one of our former mentor students, and now he's the short-term rental expert. Antonio was asked to speak at the National RIA conference that we just had on the conference cruise to Alaska. So he's warmed up for you guys. He's done webinars. So if you didn't get a chance to watch his previous webinars, they are on the YouTube channel. I'll send you guys the link for that. But this is very, very important for anyone looking to get into Airbnb. Antonio's not going to hold back. He's going to give you everything you need to get started. So I just had to take a minute on that because we're going to touch on this one here. We have an in-person workshop as well on Saturday. This is going to be taught by our CEO and lead mentor, Anish Dave. He's going to teach literally 20 ways to invest in real estate. So if you're wondering what we're talking about, it's right there in the title. This is a limited seating workshop. RSVP is required. Please go to the website. I'm popping the link in the chat again for you guys that are just coming in here. Just letting you know what upcoming events we have because we have 2 events on Saturday here. This one here in person, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., 20 ways to invest in real estate. And we are going to give a raffle on Saturday. I will be here. I'll make sure you guys are good over here too, but I will be here in Plantation Fort Lauderdale Courtyard Marriott. And we're going to give 1 free seat to our Quick Start, our 2-day boot camp away, $695 value at this workshop. And I'm so excited to meet you guys. And definitely RSVP as fast as you can because this is going to fill up and sell out. So lastly, guys, I'm not going to go too much on this because you guys know the deal. This is our last quarterly meeting of the year. We're going to do networking. We're going to do learning. First portion of the evening is networking. Second portion of the evening is learning. This is going to be with all of our local vendors, such as Francisco. He'll be there, so you get to meet him, shake his hand, talk to him, find out what you need from him. There's a lot to learn from Francisco, and he has the best software in Florida. So let's do this thing, guys. 5:30 to 8:30. This is going to be free for our members. So you can put your name on the list, members. It'll be free, no cost for you. Your guests come in at a discount of $10. Please save yourself some dollars and go get your early bird tickets. If you're a non-member, it's $15 for non-members. So let me know if you guys have any questions on registering for these events. I will follow up with you all after the webinar today with my contact information. And I just want to make sure you guys have the best experience possible at our events and focus on what you really need to focus on, which is networking, meeting investors, meeting the vendors, and getting your business nice and ready to go for this next year. So thank you guys for bearing with me there. This is the best way, if you ask me, to keep up with our events. All you have to do is text the word BPM REIA, all one word, no spaces, to our event line to get text updates with the registration link sent right to your phone. Super convenient and easy. I popped that link, pop that in the chat for you guys, so you can go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna move right along here and take a picture if you want. This is super convenient and very helpful. Alrighty, boot camp. Our next quick start, which was what we call our boot camp, is November 11th and 12th. This is Veterans Day weekend. We had a really hard time choosing a weekend that we could do this. We weren't even sure if we were going to have another quick start this year. So we figured it out. This is the time we can do it. I hope you guys who missed the first 3 that we have this year can make it on this one. It's a 2 full day training. It's live. It's on Zoom. Cameras on, microphones on. Again, Francisco is a teacher in this training. So if you're trying to get more deeper with Francisco and learn what he's doing with his software and how he can manipulate it and use it to find deals, as we do find quite, pretty much all of the deals that are not referrals from REIFax. So it's a big deal if you're looking to get your business started in wholesaling, flipping, rehabbing. Those are the topics we're going to cover. We're going to have 4 guest speakers on there, and I went and popped the link in the chat for you guys so you can check out the different speakers that are on there and the different topics we cover. So yes, you see we have member and non-member pricing. So let me know what questions you guys have on this. Members, you get all the goodies, you get the benefits, you get the National REIA benefit package, so huge discounts to Home Depot, Rent Perfect, CamaPlan, Avis, Budget, so many different vendors. So if you're interested in getting your membership, getting in free for those quarterly networking meetings, or just getting all of those benefits that we get through National REIA, go ahead and purchase your membership on the website, and I popped the link in the chat for you guys. Okay, last but very not least, and I'll let you guys off with Francisco, one-on-one coaching and mentoring here at BPM REIA. Some of you may know that we do have one-on-one coaching. Some of you may not know. For those that have any questions or have anything at all, if they're no clue about what I'm talking about, I have this link on our website for you on bpmreia.com, where you can book a discovery call with me, and I can give you some more information about our coaching programs that we offer. We offer 2 different coaching programs, and I'm happy to give you a breakdown of everything that's included in each program, as well as pricing. Please go book this discovery call with me. Go book your call, because the availability will be filling up as we have so many events coming up. And during this call, I will be more than happy to schedule a free consultation with a mentor, so you can get even more nitty-gritty questions answered and find out if our program is a fit for you. If you're a fit for us, if we're a fit for you, vice versa. We want to make sure we are a good partnership here. So I'm happy and excited to hear from you guys in the discovery calls. And I always want to take a moment to thank National REIA, thank all of our local vendors that you can find on our website, thank you guys for being here today in this webinar. We appreciate you guys that are tuning in right now. And of course, thank you to Francisco for taking the time today and always to help us grow, teach us how we can find more deals, minimize the time, just everything. Like what can you not do, Francisco?
Thank you. It's great as always being here.
Yes, thank you so much. So a little housekeeping rules, you guys. I will be populating helpful links in the chat for you throughout the webinar. If Francisco wants to engage with you guys, you feel more than welcome to chat with him in the chat box. But please, if you guys have questions, please put those in the Q&A box. You will see if you hover over your Zoom menu. If you click the buttons, the 3 dots, you'll find the Q&A box. It's there. There's a special box for you guys to pop in your questions. We don't want to miss anything. So please, please, Francisco is super happy to answer your questions. And he will answer your questions, you guys. So feel free to put those in there. And yeah, go ahead and take it away, Francis.
Hi, everybody. I'm Francisco Mago with RealFacts.com, and today we're going to find money. We're going to find deals. I'm going to start with actually sharing my screen. There we go. And gonna go back here. Okay, this is our exclusive software, RealFacts.com. I had to say this is the same software that the BPM is using into their mentoring program. The feedback that we have from that specific mentoring program is 95% of their deals are coming from this software. So if you wanted to use the same tool that this very successful mentoring program the students are using, I recommend you to actually subscribe to RealFacts.com. Now, I want to start saying that our main feature is actually find you deals, okay? And knowing that, I'm going to explain to you what we in the system call a deal. In order to have a deal, you need to have 2 main things. The first one being you need to find equity. You need to find money. We need to make money in this business. So the first one, we need to find properties that have equity. And the second one is equally as important, is it needs to be from a seller that is motivated. If the seller is not motivated, then there is no deal. Okay, if there is a difference between I might sell the property to instead I need to sell the property, it's a totally different proposition. Okay, so we're going to find properties that not only they have equity on it, but there are challenges that the homeowner have that make them motivated to sell. And I'm going to start with the first one, which is the foreclosure. Now, one of the things that I'm going to say is that I want to plan the interaction between you and I, guys, meaning every time that I'm going through one of the typical leads that we're going to find, after we finish that type of lead or that type of prospecting, I would like to do a small Q&A. Okay, so in this case, after I finish foreclosure, I would like you to ask questions after I finish the foreclosure demo, so I can, I can dissipate any doubts that you might have. So with no further ado, we're going to start. The first thing here, what we're going to do is actually click on search, and we are going to go to the search part of the system. As you can see, there are many search features that you have in the system. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all of them right now, but definitely you can use a lot of them if you really are familiar, not only with the system, with what is that you're looking for. And it helps tremendously, have that flexibility. Knowing that, I'm going to start with pre-foreclose. Now, pre-foreclose is everything that is have a lease pendants, and it has not going to auction yet. Basically that. They receive a lease pendant and they're not in auction. That's what is called pre-foreclose. The process after auction is what we call foreclose. So for this one is pre-foreclose. We're gonna start only with pre-foreclose that are single family. This is our most simple search. Let's see how many pre-foreclose are in this case in Broward County. We have 4,272 pre-foreclosures. Now, that's the basic one. So what we identify there is those are homeowners that are having a problem, okay? And it's understandable. We identify a challenge for the homeowner. That's what we call the possibility of the homeowner to sell the property because he has to sell it instead of he wants to sell it. Now, the other thing, and we talk about it, is equity. So in equity, we want to select and want to pick here equal or greater, it says it's debt to equity ratio, equal or greater than 30%. So what I'm looking for is properties that are in pre-foreclosure and have equity. Okay, I'm going to click search again, and you're going to see the difference. Out of 4,200, the ones with 30% equity are 3,618. Still a big number. Okay, so these are 3,600 properties that are not only potential leads, but potential deals. That's the difference between a lead and a deal. A lead, a pre-foreclosure lead can be anything. A pre-foreclosure potential deal is what we're looking at right now. But some people will say, okay, why stop at 50%, at 30%? We can go higher. Yes, we can go higher. Let's say I want 50% equity instead of 30. I'm going to my search again. And instead of the 3,600 we have 2,639, still a healthy number. Okay, and these are properties that have at least 50% equity. So very important here. Now, let's go back. And one of the things that are new between the system, and this is one of the reasons we actually keep modifying things and we keep doing new development between the system. This is basically a living organism. And this is one of the new features that we have. We call it the distribution view. And if you click here, you're going to be seeing by zip code, where are the foreclosures? Which foreclosure? The one that have 50% or more equity. As you can see, the area or the specific area that is happening is my own zip code. So this is 33029. This zip code has the most foreclosure with 50% or more equity. So that's for you guys, that's something that you can take as a reference. The other thing you can do with the same information here is, let's do that, but instead of doing this local, let's do it in the whole state of Florida. Okay, and let's click on distribution view. And you're going to be seeing here which counties are the one that has the most. The reading of this map over here is dark green is where the highest concentrations are. Then it's light green, then it's yellow, then it's red. The red areas are where you're going to find less. But as you can see, Miami-Dade is the one that has the most, followed by Duval County. And I advise you to take your eye on Duval County if you're an investor, because the rate of foreclosure there is a lot higher than anywhere else in Florida, because Duval is not such a big county compared with Miami-Dade. As a matter of fact, Broward here is the 5th one, and Broward has the 2nd largest population. So Broward is pretty healthy in foreclosures right now, but Duval is having a foreclosure situation at the moment. So check Duval out if you're looking to make some deals. I'm going to go back to my search, and I'm going to, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to change back my number to 30% to make it a bit bigger. And also, and this is something that we're always looking for, meaning, okay, what can be something that is an additional distress that can cause the homeowner to be more motivated? Well, one of the things is that they're not actually living on the property. Okay, they have a more difficult access to the property. It's a second home, that they're not in the property. So that's something that we call non-owner occupied or absentee owners. Okay, so we're going to go with non-owner occupied absentee owners. I'm going to say no, and then I'm going to click search again. And I want to see out of those original, like, let me check this out for a moment. No. Oh, I'm not asking for Broward County. Okay. To see you were paying attention, guys. 505 properties. 505 properties in Broward County that are what? Non-owner occupied with 30% equity or more. Okay? So this is what we call an additional distress. What we're looking here to do here is find more motivation. Okay? Find the people to be motivated. I remind you guys, if you want to ask a question regarding this part of the subject, go to the Q&A, don't go to the chat. Because I see the chat increasing and the Q&A is in 0. Okay, so what we're looking for homeowners that are more motivated than this. And we find owner occupied, no, and then we're going to use something, a little trick that we call out-of-state owners. So we're going to put not contains FL, which is Florida. These are out-of-state homeowners with 30% equity or more that are in pre-foreclosures. That's what we investor calls a low-hanging fruit. 106 properties. 106 properties are pre-foreclosed, that 30% of more equity, and they're actually out of state. Okay, I'm gonna show you where are those properties out of state, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use it with this. This is a template that I have for the results. So that's the owner information. What I'm looking for is let's actually create that. Let's create that really quick so you can learn that too. I'm looking to know where these people are from. I'm gonna start because they're out of state. I want to know the owner state and the owner city and the owner's address. I'm gonna save that template here, and I'm gonna load it, and here's the state. See? Owner state is Nevada, Maryland, California, Georgia, California, Maryland. VA is Virginia, I think. So there's all these are all out-of-state addresses. So you will have access to that addresses too. Okay. That's what we call the most possible motivated pre-foreclosure. Okay. Now I'm going to start taking questions regarding this subject here. Okay. I'm gonna go to the Q&A. This is for you, Alexa. Say, I can copy the links in the chat feed. Can you allow copy?
They
Natasha
should
is
be
asking.
clickable.
Huh?
Sorry, they should be able to click them. They should be clickable.
Okay, but well, click on them and then copy them. That's something I will advise. Natasha is asking, what the number sold price mean? It means that the property was sold in that price the moment that the property was sold. I mean, that's not the price that property is selling at this moment, because these properties are not for sale. It means that when they sold in that price. And if you see that is $100 or $10 or something, that a quantity that's very low, is because that is probably a transfer of title, a quick claim deed. It sometimes don't make sense, but that's the price that was sold when it was sold, even if it was a year ago, a month ago, or 20 years ago. So that is that, Natasha. I'm going with another question for Natasha. Some have said also that confuses me a bit. Yeah, that's the reason. Those are transfer of title, Natasha. Okay, so that's the reason. That's not that it was sold in that price, because it was a transfer of title. Okay. Steve, Adam, how does the system determine equity? That's a really good question, and I'm going to answer it really quick. I'm going to do the same search here. This is a 30% equity property. I'm going to do a search. And I'm going to explain it really quick. I'm going to go to Hallandale, to this property in Hallandale as an example. Just for that, there is no particular reason. Remember, this property was sold in 2014 for $290,000. So right now, this property is $560,000 in market value, and that's the first thing that we want to explain. How do we calculate market value? We go to our comps, and in our comps, you're going to be seeing that our market value is more or less 10% of the square footage, half a mile, 12 months. Meaning these are the comparables of the properties that are more close to it. Now, as you can see, all these are between half a mile. You can see the distance here, starting 0.35 miles and ending 0.49 miles. Other thing that you can see here, 4 properties that are here were sold through the multi-listing, and 1 property was not sold through the multi-listing, the one in 480, okay? Now, as you can see, again, the property is 516 in market value, and is determined with the calculation of these comparables. One of the things that I can do is actually left one of these out, calculate again, and it's going to give me a different number, okay? As I did. The only one that is not in the MLS or was not sold through the MLS, I took it out, and then the market value increased to $607,000, okay? What is the other thing that I can do? I can select by date. This one, in September 30, 2022, there are 2 old. Only one's the one in 2023. So I select the ones in 2023, calculate again, see the value, 698, 914. The reason that we don't pick only comparables for the last 3 or 6 months is because in many cases, you are going to find that the comparables are going to be 0. Okay? So we need to extend up to a year, but you can do your own selection the moment that you are actually evaluating the property. What we're giving you here with our market value is a tendency that makes sense and you can follow. By the way, not all the time you're going to find this kind of results. Okay, sometimes you're going to find that the property is actually decreasing instead of increasing in over time. In the last 3 months, you're going to find properties that are lowering the price. So that is part of our analysis here. So now that we know how we calculate the market value, that we need to know the debt. And the debt here, or the known debt, is $286,497. So this property came to the fore really quick. As you see here, they bought property in 290 in 2018, and they owe 286,497. So there is a lot of equity here. How much? 44.54% debt to equity ratio. Okay? That's the way that we calculate equity. Now I'm going to the next question. We go to the next question. So that's the answer, Steve. Thank you for asking. Does this software cover all states? Nicole, we are in 7 states at the moment. We will be in California probably at the end of the next month also. So thank you for asking, Nicole. Team, does this software offer skip tracing? If not, who do you recommend? Thanks. We do offer skip tracing, Team. We have a feature that you have up to 500 skip traces a month. with the subscription. And if you want additional skip trace, it's like $50 more a month for 500 more. Okay. I'm going to go with Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. I hope that your audio is better right now. It was at the beginning. How do you update the information? How do you obtain the information for accuracy? Excellent question, Lorraine. Data is a really world labor business. To answer your question, we do this. We have staff in-house that go through all databases available. When I say all databases available, we go through foreclosure, mortgage, public record, open violations, foreclosures. I'm missing one right now, probate. We do all this manually, of foreclosures and properties that are for sale. Are updated daily. And the ones that are not updated daily are updated weekly, or as soon as the county update the property, update their website. I tell you, small counties that they don't update weekly, they don't do anything like that. They do it once a month or once every 3 months. 3 months, because there are small counties, they don't have the resources to do these things weekly. So we cannot give you information we can actually obtain. But the counties that update regularly, we actually do it regularly too. So the oldest that you're going to be seeing here is a week. In the case of foreclosure, it's actually day. Thank you, Lorraine. Team, does the software say when the pre-foreclosure started? The short answer is yes. Okay. It's called filing date. And this is the moment that the property actually, the file of the property it crossed the line between, the filing cabinet and actually the computer. But you have to remember that this is very important because people sometimes don't understand. If I file the date, if I file today, which is the 28th, that doesn't mean that filing is going to be in my database today. What it means is that I filed that motion today, but it's not in public record yet, necessarily. That's going to depend on the county and how fast they actually take that information and put it into the system. But the filing is going to be done that day, meaning you can have a filing that is done the 28th of this month, and it's 15th of the next month, and you're not able to see it yet because they haven't actually transcribed the information to the computer system. So there is that. There might be a delay between the filing time and the actual time that you can actually see the property. So we have, for that, to make sure that is not a confusion, we have two specific dates in our system. One is called filing day and one is called entry day. The entry day is the one that we enter that into our system. So you can see the difference between those 2 days. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it can be 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you, team. A lot of specifics here. Alejandro is asking, how do you determine known debt and how current updated it is? Okay, our known debt is whatever we know regarding of the debt of that property. If we have a lease pending, we have a very updated known debt. Okay? When I say very updated, is from the moment that lease pendants or that foreclosure was filed. From that moment we have the debt of the property, we will have updates. For instance, when the property goes to auction, it gives you a different debt, because from the moment that start the foreclosure to the moment that the foreclosure ends, it will give you a different amount, because those months they were accumulating additional fees. Okay, we only can give you information we have. We cannot give you information we don't have. The other thing is the other debt that we know is mortgage. And the mortgage, that the information or the debt related to the mortgage that we have is the initial mortgage, the mortgage that they have when they actually bought the property. 5 years later, we don't have an update of that debt. We have only the information of the original one. But normally, 5 days in a mortgage of 30 years is not going to be a lot more money in that case. So the numbers are going to be really close. I hope that I answered your question, Alejandro. I have an additional question. What are the other states that we are? We are in Georgia, Texas, Arizona, Maryland, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and soon to be California. Thank you, anonymous attendee. Patrice Gibbons is asking, I was researching different skip tracing platforms with charge per homeowner. What the cost per homeowner? Example, 10 cents each. Well, you do your math, it's going to be 500, it's about 10 cents each. But remember that the first 500 that we do are included in the system. Okay, thank you, Patrice. And not only that, I would say this, it's at least half of that. Because if one of the things that we do for you guys is if we already have that skip trace, we actually keep it in the system. And it's just between 3 months that we did the last skip trace, we actually don't charge you for that one. So it's going to be less. You're welcome, Alejandro. Thank you very much. Carl is asking, when do you expect to include New York? We don't have a date specific for New York, but one of the things that we are looking, Carl, is actually to go nationwide. We are doing conversations right now to do that. I don't want to jinx it. Okay, but next year we're expecting to be nationwide. Okay, thank you, Carl. Okay, I have no more questions regarding this subject. Good. What is the next subject we're going to touch? We're going to touch what we call probate. And for the one of you that are newbies, probate is a succession. That means someone died and left the property to someone else. This process is called probate. And probate is one of the best type of leads for real estate investors. So I'm going to check in Miami-Dade so they don't actually get jealous. And let's see how many probates are in Miami-Dade in total. That's a healthy number, 7,943. But again, where? No, I'm sorry, I meant to say which type of property. Let's talk about single family. How many single family are in Miami-Dade that are probate? Almost 5,000. Wonderful. Now, let's find out how many of those have at least 30% equity. Because that's where we're here, trying to find potential deals. Where we're looking is money. And this is not uncommon. This is 4,670. Why is that? Almost the 5,000, because probates usually are people that were paying for a long time their property. So they have a lot of equity. In this case, 5,607, 30% or more. Let's go 50%. Okay, there are many of these that are in probate that are actually free and clear. Okay, but anyway, let's find out there are 4,437 probate properties with 50% equity or more. Very, very, very good source of leads. And again, finding additional motivation. What is the additional motivation? Is not contains Florida here. Meant to say here. Out-of-state owners. I put not contains Florida for the owner information, and what I'm going to see next is these are the out-of-state homeowners that are in pre-foreclosure, but I'm sorry, that are in probate and they're out of state and they have 50% equity or more. 62. Not a big number, but a very good lead. %50 equity or more, guys. Okay, so we know that. So after we explain probate, I'm sorry, after we explain foreclosures, probates are, you know, that everything of the other ones are more easy to explain because we went to the basis of where we find the equity and that kind of essential information. But if you go to the probates here, the other information that you're going to find is it gives you the publishing date of the probate, if that's something that you were looking to have. You can search by disease. I don't know whether that would be good or not, but that you have the choice to do it. And you can actually search by the name of the representative, the address, and the phone number, including the attorney. So if I go to publishing date here and I start actually at the beginning of the year, put equal or greater here, and click on my search. Those are the results. And let's check on this one here. It says Miami Spring. Okay. Here is the probate information. As you can see, this is the representative, the address, the attorney information, the phone number. You have, in this case specifically, is double jam. They are in foreclosure and they are in probate. And do they have equity? Huge amount of equity. If any of you buy or sell this property, I get to get a commission, guys. I'm finding you deals. I have a license. 264,000 is the original mortgage, and here are the details of the property. These are the owners of that property right here. As you can see, this property had already been the skip trace. It says Saber, that's a phone number where the donor call is. Okay, so that's the way that you actually find probates and file deals related to probate. Now I can, in probates, I'm ready to start taking questions regarding to that. So I'm gonna check my questions in probate. I lost some from you. Cannot explain what is probate. I certainly can. Just give me a minute. It's an anonymous one. Can you tell if the house is on the market? Oh yes, I'm gonna explain that in a minute, Nicole. Okay, again, for the ones that are new in real estate investing, a probate is the process that starts when a succession happens. Succession means that someone died, passed, and left the property to the heirs. It can be it can be any family member really. So that process in the courthouse called probate, and is actually, as you can see here, is actually a process that you can tie to public record. They have the filing, everything is in here, okay? Including the publication date, including the publication date of this probate was June 30 to 2023. And the publication is one of the processes that they need to fulfill in order to complete the probate. They need to put that into a digital newspaper in this case. And answering the second question, how do I know the property is for sale? Well, we have a color code system here, okay? So one of the things that you can do is for sale, you're gonna see it in green. So these two properties are for sale, but that's, you know, a visual way to do it. But the other way to do is you go to the public record option and it says for sale, yes. And these are all the properties that are for sale. And I click search, it's gonna search a few only. 44. 44 probates are for sale. And some of them are already in foreclosure. And how do I know it? Because I don't know if you can distinguish here, but they have like a different outside here. It's not black, but it's purple. That means that it's for sale, it's in pre-foreclosure, and it's also in probate. So this specific property here that you're gonna see is listed in 495. The probate is right here, and the foreclosure is right here, the 0268. But this also is also a probate property, as you can see. So you have all that information available to you. Sometimes there is a lot of information that you're gonna have to use your browsing tabs to show them all. Okay, I'm gonna go back to results. One of the things that I want to mention, because it's I think it's very important for you guys to know, is I'm gonna raise that to give you an example of probates. Is any of these situations or challenges that a homeowner has, there is something, there's always a common factor. Only like less than 5% of those people are actually doing something. 95% of foreclosures are not for sale. That is, they're trying to fix the problem in a different way, but not selling it. And many of those actually go to foreclosure. Not only they go to foreclosure, they go to auction. And I'm going to show you an example that I'm going to say, okay, how many single family pre-foreclosures are in Broward? And you're going to see 4,279. Let's see how many of those are really for sale. Going to be, usually it's less than 5%. 241. This is less than 5%. Okay, So that's one of the truths about what happened when you are in this market. That nobody's doing anything about it. That's why you as a real estate investors need to find what the problem is from this potential lead and actually make it happen. They're not going to be only helping you. I mean, you're not going to be only helping the homeowner. You're gonna make some money in the process. That's all about what real estate investors do. So, any more questions about Probit or anything we discussed so far? Because I'm going to go to the next subject. Just confirm it. There's something that Patrice is asking. Just confirm. Rian Fat can show her file for the probate process pending in the courts. No, this is actually the probate process is actually the moment it's published is because that is approved. Okay. Also, the numbers listed on the properties where they automated skip trace by your team, or we should follow up with skip trace as well. Okay, the process the process that you do your skip trace, Patrice, is very simple. You put your property in the follow up. If I have here some properties in the follow up, and then I ask the property here to actually do a skip trace. I go to with contact, and there is a skip trace option. You click that and it's going to do the skip trace of that specific property. Okay? That's the way it works. Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to continue, and the next type of lead that we're going to actually learn is, I love this one, is tax delinquents. These properties are tax delinquent. I'm gonna do it later, greater than 0. That means tax delinquent, they owe taxes because they owe more than $0. That's the concept there. How many, and I'm going to go back to Miami-Dade. How many are in Miami-Dade? Click on search. 6,200. 6,200 properties owe taxes in Miami-Dade. If you want to be, or you want to see that by, there you go. This is the way it looks like by zip code. Those are again single family that owe taxes. And normally when they owe taxes, you say that that's not enough reason, or maybe that's not that, difficult for the homeowner. They only owe 1 year of taxes. It's something that they can recover from. And you might be right, but it's always a tell. Now, what is not that easy to overcome is when you owe more than 1 year of taxes. And this is one of the tricks that I'm going to show you next. 2023, they are not due. 2022 are the ones that are due. That's the one that at least are showing. But I'm going to see how many owe 2 years of taxes, 2021 and 2022. Click on search. Remember, there were more than 6,000. Many do we have here? 2,102. That's a good list. They owe 2 years of taxes. That's a big tail. Okay? This is what she was saying, that some of the sold prices are 0. These are transfers of title. Okay? This is basically the last price that they were sold, the moment they were sold. Okay, the property was sold in 1957. This was the price, $54,000. That doesn't mean anything because then it's not going to be the market value. Usually the tax value is the amount of money that the appraisal thinks that is the taxable value. It's not the market value either. Okay, you want to see the market value? When you see your results here, you can actually create a template that have the market value and put it in there. When I go back, and remember 2000 from 2021, but what is more actually motivated than 2 years? How about 3 years? Okay, this is 3 years of taxes. Three hundred and seven properties. Okay, that's a lot of motivation, but we haven't found yet what we want, which is equity. And for that, we're going to put equal or greater than 30%. And instead of 300, there are 292 with 30% or more equity that owes 3 years in taxes. And usually you see the accumulation here. 2021 and 2020 and 2021. You have an accumulated debt of $20,000. Let's go to 2019 here and do it again. Four years of taxes. Why is this property haven't go to auction? I don't understand. Okay, but that happens. But that's again an opportunity for you. There's a lot of taxes. Not a significant amount of money, but remember, this property is, the market value of the property is not that high. Well, it's actually pretty good. 383 is right there. So this is the kind of lead that you can find actually. I'm going to check my Q&A now, referring to that. If any of you have questions about the tax and how this works, I'll be happy to answer. Why haven't they been auctioned if they owe that many years of bad taxes? Bites me, Alejandro. I have no idea. But the real question you as a real estate investor you should ask is, how do I make money with this? Yeah, sometimes you can explain things. I mean, why is people with equity not selling the property for more? They have 100 different reasons. They have 100 different problems. I mean, I can name probably right now 100 different reasons. They have no money. They can travel. They are sick themselves. They're looking for help. There are 100 different reasons. The right question is, how do I make a benefit for the homeowner or the seller and for myself in the process? That probably would be the right question there. Okay, any other questions relating to taxes or leads or potential deals that are coming from taxes? Okay, I think I have a winner here. No, no more questions regarding to this, which brings me to my next one. And my next one is called, or is called by real estate investors, tired landlords. Sounds weird, but that's the way we call it. And a tired landlord is usually a multi-unit property owner, normally less than 10. That's what we're looking for, multi-family less than 10 units, that the sold price is older, or in this case, equal or less than 4 years. And that's going to be 2019, September 28th. Okay, so all this that you can find, you're gonna be finding here are what we call tired landlords. What we call those tired landlords? Very simple. If you don't want to be a landlord, but you've been having some people say it's probably the same like a boat, that you are very happy when you buy and when you sell it. This happened to a lot of people when they buy a rental property. They realize that need to do they need to do a lot of work regarding this property that are renting, and in this case, a multi-unit. So let's see how many of these tired potential landlords are in Broward. 10,256. That's a big number. Okay. Here is the thing. One of the things that we should be looking with a tired landlord is that they're either out of state or out of the city. But let's play with out of state right now. Now, out of state tired landlords are one of the biggest targets for real estate investors, because it's very hard to be a landlord by remote control. It is not very easy. So this is a very good and healthy number for leads. 700 tired landlords that are out of state. So this is a very healthy list, and a very good source of leads, by the way. Now, as you see here, you don't see me looking for equity here. The reason is very simple. We do not calculate equity in residential income, because that is based not on comps but in income. Okay, so you're not gonna be able to do search by equity when it's a residential income property. Only with properties that are residential, like single family and condos, the system will actually do or create a market value based on comps. And this is basically the whole thing about the tired landlords. So you have a question that I see a few questions here. I'm going to answer them. Let's see. Jacob is asking question on liens. Sorry, Jacob, you have to be a little bit better with the question. Just I don't understand it. I'm sorry. Donald is asking, how often is your data pool? I already answered that, Donald. It's pulled weekly in the worst case scenario, and for sale and foreclosures are daily. Thank you for asking again, Donald. Jacob, what does a contractor need to file a lien on a property after they have completed work on the property but have not been paid? Wow. I'm not familiar with that process because I'm not a contractor, but I think that you need to go to the public record office, or at least give us a call to ask how the process is. It shouldn't be difficult, but you have to show that there really are costs for this. Okay, you have to be the homeowner, the one that owes the material or the construction. Okay, but that's unfortunately the only thing I can help you with at the moment. Jacob, thank you for the question. Cheryl, delinquent tax owner, what do you offer? Pay the taxes and take the deed, or offer more? Basically, what you're looking for is to buy the property, Cheryl. Yeah, what you're looking to have is making an offer, because he's going to lose the property eventually. He doesn't pay the taxes. And that's something that you can inform them and tell, you know, this is happening to you right now. I would like to know if there is something I can help with. I can help you with. But what you should be asking is, I want to buy your property. I hope that answered your question, Sharon. Lorraine is asking, not sure if you covered this, but how does the program determine tire landlords? I did cover it, but I'm gonna go over a little bit so you understand that, Lorraine. A tire landlord is determined here. It's a multi-unit owner that owns the property for more than 4 years. And those 4 years are the ones that make us as investors think they are already tired of dealing with this actual landlord in business. Okay, if you don't want to be landlord in 4 years, it's going to be, I don't want to do this anymore. That's the kind of potential seller that we're looking for as an investor. Okay, so that's the way that we determine here how a tire landlord is. By the way, the system brings all this search. If you go to the system, you are new to the system. The system, you can actually let me. Okay, I didn't even finish the sentence. It brings tire landlords, condo, multifamily more than 10, multifamily less than 10, single family, and it says 4+ years ownership. Okay, so I'm doing the examples, writing it myself, but really all those searches are already saved in your REAFAX system. So you don't need to build the search yourself if you don't want to. The only thing that you need to do is actually bring it from the searches that we already have ready for you. All these searches I already done for you within REAFAX. I just explain it in one by one. Okay, thank you for the question, Lorraine. I have team fields. Sorry, I missed it. What qualification do you use for tire landlords? I already answered that, team. I hope that you hear the last one. If you don't, I can certainly repeat it, but just let me know. Okay, thank you, Tim. So we're gonna cross tire landlords and then go to what? To open violations. Well, time flies when you are having fun. Let's check open violations. And what are open violations? Open violations happen when I'm going to go to Miami-Dade for that. Open violation happens when there is something that an inspector noticed on any given property. They usually city inspectors, and they're related mostly with the condition of the property. Typical violations are building with a permit, roof, fire, garbage, the condition, the external condition of the property, that they haven't mowed their lawn. That's the kind of violations that you're gonna find. And why are those important? Because there are what we call catastrophic ones that are very interesting, because it gives you clues about the condition of the property is really bad. One of them is actually fire. And I find that when it says, I'm going to put contains in the alleged violation, I'm going to put fire. Okay, sometimes it's a small fire, but sometimes it's a big fire. And I'm going to put again, contains fire. I'm going to click on search. And let's see how many of those have problems. 189 properties have that fire problem in Miami-Dade. And let's check when we go to the open violation. Here is the violation. New windows without permit, iron bar present fire hazard. Real set is the word fire here, fire hazard. Real aluminum roof structure erected, encroaching setback. That, you know, you have a problem regarding of the condition of the property. That is the kind of thing that we are always pursuing, solving problems. But in order to solve those problems, you need to find them. That's the first step. Now, I'm going to erase this for a moment. I'm going to back to the basis and say, okay, how many of properties in Miami-Dade that are single family have violations? $6,177. How many of those with violations have equity? That's what one of the things that we're looking for, equal or greater than 30%. $5,141, a lot of them with equity. And now, let's find in the violation, one of the favorite words for real estate investor is roof as a keyword. Why? Because if they have a problem with the roof, that's a big problem. Meaning they're not going to be probably able to actually get insured. So let's find roof. 345 have the word roof between the violation. I'm going to do something interesting here. I'm going to select this property number 5, and I can see clearly that this property number 5 is also in foreclosure. So here's my violation. It says, while conducting inspection from CMS case, it was observed a new roof and electrical work in progress without permit. Not good. And it's in foreclosure. Let's check this other one. Open violation. New roof without permit. Wow, people is bananas. Let's start putting roof without permit. Incredible. Okay. Any other one? Let's see. This one is in pre-foreclosure. Open violation. Owner remove a partial portion of a room's wall to make a patio. They left intact the roof. This is a very complicated thing, but you know, it's involved a roof problem. Sometimes you will find the word fire and roof in the same one, and the reason is because you know that the roof caught fire too. Okay, so that is one of the essence, because we're getting into the condition of the property, and that's very, very important for us. Let's check this one that is actually for sale or for rent. In this case, this property is listed for $549, but it have a violation in. And the violation is it was the solar panels were installed without permit. People is crazy. Well, I have 2 violations actually. Tankless water heater installed on the legal terrace to include electrical, which was missed by previous impact. You have 2 problems. Do you think that the people is buying this property knows about those violations? I don't think so. And see, it was initially priced in July of 28 for 575, and now he's in 549 for 900. Now, this is a very nice information to have when you're buying a property. Okay. Now, questions regarding violation, guys. Any questions? Any takers? Okay, we're going to continue. And we're going to continue, and this is going to be the last one. And it's actually very simple. We're going to go for sale properties, single family, that have what we call potential equity equal or greater than 30%. And there is a difference between what we call potential equity and debt to equity. The debt to equity is related to the debt. The potential equity is only related to the listing price. So what it says here is maybe some of these are going to be short sales that are selling below market or below that. So you need to be involved in the short sale process. So you need to be the buyer of that short sale. Okay, but again, the potential equity is related to the listing price, not to the debt. But here's the thing. It will tell you which properties with equity are actually for sale in any given area. And one of the things that you want to see very clearly is when you click search here, most of those are already under contract. See, the ones that are this color is because these property are under contract, and they usually go really fast under contract. Okay, there are some that are not. Okay, those are the ones that you probably need to pay attention. But if you go like this one, for instance, I was doing a search yesterday, and I saw this one. I particularly like it for two reasons. Reason number one, it have equity. Okay, you have not as much equity because when I go to the comps that are farther to the side are on the water. So I need only comps that are no waterfront. It's a waterfront no. But when I apply that filter, once I apply that filter, it's going to be only the properties that have no waterfront, and I can play an equity, and it still give me $900,000 as the equity of the property. So it's a decent equity there. The other thing that I like is it does have a pool. It requires repairs, but it has a large pool, as you can see here. And why is that good? Properties with pools that are in an area where it's good for Airbnbs, which this one is, as you can see, you can really make a very good buck if you put this property in a short-term rental. Okay, it's going to give you high values, and it's going to give you high occupancy rates. And that was probably going to be another meeting that we're going to have explaining that. But as I was saying, this specifically, I like it. And that's the thing. The system, you can go anywhere into where the system is and find deals in the multi-listing in seconds. You don't need to be you don't need to have a farm area or analyzing, or no, you go straight and ask, I want properties that are in these specific areas. And if you're looking for short-term rentals, again, we have ways to tell you where are those areas too. but the equity is right here. I see you have some question about the equity thing. So let's check. Tim is asking, do you have water shut-off violation? The answer is I don't know, Tim. But whatever is filed as a violation, it will be. One of the other violations we can find, Tim, is actually water damage. Okay, that's if you want to look for the alleged violation, water is going to bring water damage, but water shut off, I can actually give it a try to see if that's a violation. Okay, so just give me a moment. Can you explain real fact value versus market price? It's the same thing. The market value and the real facts value is the same thing. Okay, that's from an anonymous attendee. I have another question here. Is an open violation only available on ProDialer? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Violation is only available in the Pro version of the system. Tim, I don't think I have evictions. I don't think I have evictions. Tim is asking, do you have evictions or violation as evictions? I don't think so. I don't think that that's a violation per se. Okay. Cheryl, as I told you, I'd love to be in Missouri soon. We're not there yet. She's asking if we're available in Missouri. Not yet, but again, we're shooting for that for next year. And as I promised, I'm going to try to clear my search, go to open violations, and as for the I hope I'm writing okay, man. No. Not really. Someone is asking for prices. I haven't shown prices yet. I'm gonna I usually do it at the end. And Nicole is asking, does this system also work with commercial properties? The answer is yes, Nicole. Not only that, we are in the process. I'm not sure 100% right now what's the status of that. I don't know if that's up or not, but whatever it is for sale in LoopNet, we are uploading into the system. So you can actually not only have whatever is in LoopNet for sale, but compare and see interact with all the rest of the information that we already have, including mortgages and violations and foreclosure and probates, because some of the commercial properties are in probate too. I didn't show you that, guys. Everything, like, for instance, if you're looking for commercial properties that are probate, that's perfectly possible. 40 properties commercial that are probate. Or no commercial for multi-unit, more than 10 units. Let's see. 2 properties. So yes, the answer is definitely yes. Multifamily less than 10. How many probates? 105. Very healthy. But it's in probate and foreclosure. We have 1 over here. See? The answer is hell yeah. Okay, let me see if I have any other questions here. I don't know if I missed this. Okay, I already answered this one. Or I want to answer that in a moment. Does this system also work for commercial properties? I already answered that one. Does you have the capabilities to find recent cash values investors in the area? Team, the answer is yes. I'm gonna go through that real quick and then I'm gonna give the prices because I think we are a little bit over the hour because it's supposed to be an hour and a half only. And we have a whole new system for that. We can do it from this search that we're doing here, but it is so much easier. We create something called Buyers Pro for that. It's a no-brainer. And basically what it does, I'm gonna pick a zip code here, 33033, and I'm going to, the only thing that I'm gonna do is actually click search, and the system is gonna give me the cash buyers of that zip code, the holders, the out-of-state buyers, the out-of-state holders, the international buyers, the international holders, and here they are. Here are the cash buyers. Robot Approach Inc. They bought 8 properties. And if you want to actually click on that, you're going to see they're buying. Here are the properties that they bought recently. And here is the location. Oh, they bought properties in the same condo. That's a simple one. Let's see this other one, 5 properties. Here they are. He's actually bought 5 and he had 3 for sale. See? This is a potential cash buyer. Okay. So last but not least, we're going to explain pricing. And the pricing is we're going to talk about products. I'm sorry. Pricing. Pricing. We have the professional and the professional dialer prices. The professional dialer includes the skip trace. We talk a little bit about it. And we have a dialer system. Okay? With that dialer system, what it does is, you know, you pick 10 properties. In your follow-up, you click on the 10, click on the dialing system, and the system is going to start dialing to the phone numbers of either the homeowners or agents, depends of the kind of follow-up that you're doing. You can select, okay, I want to call the homeowners, or if you are calling agents, in this case, it's going to be calling agents if the properties are for sale. That's one of the things that the system will do in the dialing system. And also, in the professional dialer is included the open violations. That's the other part that is included. Okay, these are the list prices that we have. We do have a discount for you. I'm going to give you an example. Example number 1. You write down BPM. I think it's only BPM. You get from $299 to $224. You get a healthy discount here. The other discount you get is the same basis, but here, the annual subscription. You write BPM, you have 2,240, but one of the things that you see, you're paying for 10 months instead of 12, okay? So you have 2-month discounts. Any other of these license, or monthly or annual, or whatever you decide, you have a discount if you use the promo code BPM. So I advise you to use the promo code I will not be mad if you don't use it, because I had 2 girls that are in college right now. I need to pay for their college at the moment. It will be highly appreciated, but it will be cheaper for you to use the promo code. I had 3 more questions. The search result can be exported to a CSV file. The answer is yes, and an Excel file too, Esther. How can we get their contact phone info with your skip trace? Not only the contact phone, you will have 3 different type of phones, either no, actually two types, mobile or landlines, which are rare right now, as you know, and email information, not only from the ones that we're doing the skip trace to, but we have an option that you can do the skip trace to relatives too. Okay, so that's important. Do you have the phone numbers on the dialer that have the DNC? The answer is yes, but I'm gonna tell you right now, most are DNC. Okay, so you are clear. With probably 95% of all phone numbers that I see, they are DNC. Barbara, I have Barbara Brickell. Ask Queen, I don't know.
I think she might have been talking about for the cash buyers or investors,
Okay.
their contact phone numbers. I think that's what she meant.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
You can get that information from those two.
Wow. Wow, so many questions, you guys. That was amazing. And thank you for staying on a little bit extra, Francisco. We appreciate that.
This is my pleasure. It was all the questions were, I mean, on point. Thank you for all that. I really enjoy showing the system. It's our baby. It's our creation. So we're very proud of it.
We are proud as well. We are so happy about it. As you guys heard, this is where we find like 95 to 99% of our deals here. So it's a big deal. I want to let you all know that we did record today's session. It will be on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. The link is in the chat for you guys. It'll be up there as soon as we can, probably by tomorrow or Saturday morning. So look at the replay, share it with somebody that might be needing this information. And of course, we're going to come back with more amazing topics for you guys.
I have one last question, Alexa, and I really want to answer it because it's important. People don't know this. Patrice is asking, can I upload this into a CRM platform? Example, yeah. The answer is yes. You can export lists and take it to Excel or CSV and upload it to other platforms if you want. One of the things you don't probably know, because we didn't talk about it really, is we have a full CRM platform here that not only you will be able to text, call, send contracts, and but it does have capabilities that no other follow-up has. And the reason is very simple. We created this system specifically for the needs of real estate investors, meaning all communications flow through the properties. It's not, the communication is not flowing person to person, it's flowing through the property. It means that if you say, I send you a contract for the property 123 Main Street, and you reply with, I do want to sell, or I don't want to sell, that reply is gonna go straight to the property. So the property, the system will tell you 123 Main Street has an email. Okay, so all the information is flowing through the property. That is unique. And that's what many of the formats that, or the CRMs that are doing real estate are missing in our perspective. So there is that, and we recommend you to start using it because it's really effective. Many of our clients that use that platform, they are very effective following up in, I will say, thousands of properties. I have one client that have 40 seats. And when I say 40 seats, they have 40 subscription with me, and that's 40 subscriptions. They have people working on that, and they're all using the follow-up. And I will tell that he's doing pretty well. Okay, so I really recommend you using that platform. Thank you, Alexa. Sorry to interrupt you.
That was great. And I love it, Barbara. I love it. She's always here. I love it. Okay, guys, as you guys know, today was recorded. We'll post it on YouTube channel. I'm going to send each and every one of you an email as soon as we hop off, just to follow up with everything you need on REIFax, and just to get in touch with me if you need anything else. I did have a winner for today's raffle. The winner was, I don't know if she's still in here. Yes, she is. I sent you a private message, but I don't know if you saw it, but congratulations, Lorraine R.
Welcome aboard.
Lorraine R. You won the 2 free months. I'll get in touch with you to get your prize, and congratulations. And thank you for everybody who entered the raffle. Our promo code with REIFax is BPM. If you forget, it's on our website. Just go to the vendor partners tab. You can find REIFax's information on our website, but I will go ahead and send you guys all an email with all of the details, the link, the code. And yes, congratulations again, Lorraine. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here. And I mentioned this to one other person privately, but if you guys love today's webinar and you want to give me 2 minutes of your time, if you go write a 5-star review on Google and some thoughts on today's class, 5 stars only, guys, I will give you 1 free month added onto your membership if you have one already with BPM REIA. And if you don't have one, I'll give you a 1 month free trial for the BPM REIA membership. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Francisco.
Thank you, Alexa.
Amazing.
It's always wonderful being here. Appreciate it.
So good, so good. And we'll see you on Wednesday, October 4th at the networking event. You know, you never know if Francisco is going to pop in at our Saturday workshop. You never know. You never know. So there's a 50-50 chance he may pop in. You never know, you guys.
Is there lunch?
Exactly. If you do go to Anish's workshop this Saturday, you might run into Francisco. I don't know. There's always a possibility in there. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you all very soon on Wednesday, October 4th. Don't wait until the last minute to register. I love you guys so much, but please don't do that to me. I want to make sure you guys have a great experience on Wednesday and meet so many people and shake Francisco's hand and just have a great time. So
thank you. It will be a pleasure. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.